Guys, we are live with another one. Let me wipe this down. We are live with another one, guys. And topic of discussion, guys, is trouble in paradise. Trouble in paradise, guys. Apparently, Marab, the champion, the bantamweight champion, couldn't make it through security over there at the UFC PI. Apparently, I guess Umar Nurmagomedov ended up getting to the UFC Performance Institute a little early. Okay, I guess a little earlier than what the UFC actually intended for. How you doing, Aryan? Hopefully you're having a good one, guys. Hopefully you're having a good one. Thank you for the like. Hopefully you liked, and I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. How you guys doing? Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. But apparently Marab, the champion for the bantamweight division, could not make it through security at the UFC PI due to Umar Nurmagomedov getting to the UFC PI early. And I guess the UFC didn't, want, I guess an altercation to occur before, their fight, which happens early in 2025. But I just think, uh, you know, how do you make that decision? It's feeling like Umar is champ and Marab is contender. That's how it's feeling right now, guys. That's how it's feeling. It's feeling right now that the UFC is not putting any respect on Marab's name. All right, and I think that's totally disrespectful. How do you come up with that idea? How do you come up with telling the security, for your UFC PI that that don't let the champ come in the facility? How does that work out? That's fucking ridiculous in my opinion. That's absurd, out of this world. I just don't understand it. I think the UFC they need to how can I say this? They really need to change things up, man. Because I've seen multiple uh I've seen multiple occurrences where there be fighters at the UFC PI who they're both having training camps for each other, but yet the UFC they do a good job of keeping the fighters separated in different parts of that facility. But apparently, Marab couldn't even get into the facility, couldn't even get past security, which, in my opinion, that is disrespectful. The man is there to train. The man is there to get better. Actually, Marab was actually there to heal an injury. That's the real reason why he was over there at the UFC PI, to use their facility and use their, all their, special high end equipment to actually heal an injury. And he couldn't even go into the UFC PI to handle his business. Like, what the fuck is that? Old head. Hello, how you doing? How you doing, guys? How you doing? Hopefully you're having a good one. Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, guys. You already know the year 2024 is coming to an end. It came and went quickly. Let me tell you something. 2024 was good for me. It was good for me all around, okay? It was good for me health-wise. It was good for me financially. And 2025 is looking to be a very, very, very lucrative year for yours truly. So cheers for that. And cheers for everybody who made it through another year, guys. Really, it's been phenomenal. The good, the bad, all of it, guys. Marab does train at PI regularly. He posted that on Instagram regularly. He is not there to fight Umar specifically. Yeah, Aryan, yeah, I understand that. I understand that. That that Marab is usually there. I understand that. I follow him on Twitter. I understand he's always at the UFC PI. Even before being scheduled to fight for Umar, he's always at the UFC PI. But with that said, you know, it's just it's insane to me. You know what I mean? That one person can actually change the momentum and trajectory of your career, because that's the way it's looking. It's looking like Umar Nurmagomedov. He holds a lot of weight, and it just looks like the UFC is ready to hand him over the gold. And I really hope Marab goes in there and proves everybody wrong, and especially after this, because that just shows me the disrespect, the level of disrespect uh, that the UFC have for their champions, especially if they don't like your style specifically. It just looks like they're ready for Murad Nurmagomedov to take over this division, and it's like they haven't even fought yet. Like, can the man best prepare? He just going to the UFC PI like he usually does. Like, what's the deal? It looks to me like something else is going on here. His skills with Costa is also at PI. His skits with Costa is also at PI. Yeah, 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 yeah. I've seen his skits. I've seen his skits as well. I don't know what that means, but hopefully you're having a good one, RDM X Game. Hopefully you're having a good one, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. Okay, celebrate it with, good people, good food, great drinks, great vibes, and yeah, man. Prepare for 2025, guys. Best prepare for 2025. If you're new to the channel, guys, like and subscribe. It takes minimal effort to give me that motherfucking thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. You might as well do it. But going back to the main topic when it comes to Marab, I really hope Marab beats Umar now. You know what I mean? I mean, I have no, I don't even, I haven't been really following Marab Nurmagomedov, his career. I haven't really been following his career, but from what I know, I mean, I haven't been following Umar's. I haven't been following Umar's career. But for what I know, Marab's, is just his resume is phenomenal, and for people to be disrespecting him at that level, not letting him go into a UFC facility when he's the UFC champion, where respectively he should be the one using the facility the most, because he holds the most weight. Now it's sort of like, who cares? We got Umar in the show. It's just, it's crazy to me, guys. It's literally nuts. I don't understand it. The UFC, they have a lot of explaining to do. To be honest, they have a lot of explaining to do. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I bet you that's what the UFC is saying. It is what it is. Unfortunately. Man, we're like what is it, like 18, 19, whatever, 18, 19 days away from the next UFC event, guys. We got a little bit of time in between, right? We got a little bit, a little break in between. No, we gotta wait now for a little bit for Mackenzie Dern versus Amanda Rebus. Okay, we gotta wait for that one. And I was looking at the tickets a couple days ago for that event, and unfortunately, you can't even purchase regular tickets for that UFC fight night. You have to actually purchase VIP experience tickets. And you know what? Let me see how much these VIP experience tickets are. I want to know. I want to know how much these VIP tickets are. Let me see something. Where are you? Where are you? Here we go. Let's see. Let's see how much these VIP experience tickets really are, guys. Because um, I mean, come on. It's a UFC fight night. It's Mackenzie Dern, Amanda Ribas. This card is fucking terrible. I mean, the only reason why you're gonna be watching, that fight is, to see Mackenzie Dern's jiggle. That's basically the reason why, guys. All right. Wow. Okay. So this is an explanation for what the VIP tickets actually is. Let me read this to you. Immerse yourself in the ultimate world of mixed martial arts with our exclusive UFC VIP experience. Get ready to witness heart pounding action from premium seats at official UFC events while enjoying all inclusive, top notch hospitality. Rub shoulders with your favorite athletes as they make specific appearances and be in front and center at the electrifying ceremonial weigh-ins. But that's not all. Select packages can also grant you unparalleled access to famed octagon after the fight. Don't miss your chances to savor the adrenaline and excitement of the UFC like never before. Get ready to unleash your passion for UFC. It's time to step into the octagon. That is basically the gist of the UFC, VIP ticket experience. How you doing? How you doing here, man? How you doing? Hopefully you're having a good one. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. Now, it sounds very it sounds very fun. It sounds very fun. It sounds it sounds exciting. Like the whole rub elbows, rub shoulders with famous and your favorite athletes. Sounds very very cool. Um, but wait a minute, what? That's in March. That's February. That's March. All right, so for this UFC fight night, Mackenzie Dern versus Amanda Ribas, guys, we're talking $2,000 for this. Yeah. Oh man, these fuckers think they selling fucking just. Oh, they selling cocaine. These guys are literally selling bricks of cocaine. Okay, $2,000. I don't give a fuck what type of experience you're trying to sell me. That is fucking crazy. How you doing, David? How you doing? Hopefully you're having a good one, David. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, guys. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. I'm looking at these UFC tickets over here. Not even for a big event. Not even for a big event. This is a UFC Apex package VIP experience ticket. And thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And bro, $2,000. I don't give a fuck who I'm rubbing elbows with. I don't give a fuck who I'm eating dinner with. I don't give a damn if I'm sitting, front and center where the blood and the sweat can hit me in my motherfucking glasses and I have to go wipe them off like this because I'm so close to the fucking fight experience. I don't care about that shit, especially if at the price of it is going to be $2,000, guys. I can do a lot with $2,000, all right? I can. Maybe not in today's economy, all right? But if you stretch it thin as you can do a lot with $2,000, especially do more than go to just a UFC fight night event and just, waste your money on people who most likely don't give a shit about you, all right? That's just the truth, man. I don't understand how those tickets are for that. Let's see how much these tickets are. The UFC 311. I actually saw that UFC 311 and UFC 311. Their tickets for I'm talking nosebleed seats. You're basically in the fucking parking lot. All right. If you want seats like that, that's gonna run you for UFC 311. That's gonna run you about $600 to sit way up in the parking lot, basically. Okay. But I want to check this UFC VIP experience. Let's see how much this costs for this VIP experience. It's called Rising Star VIP experience. Let's see how much this is. I want to see. Patty left a little Pimlet. Oh, he definitely did. Wow, we're talking about. That's fucking crazy. Oh my gosh. We're talking about $2. Yeah, $2,000. $2,000 for this VIP experience. That's crazy, bro. It's just nuts, man. The UFC is this is becoming a rich man sport for sure. A rich man sport for sure. And Patty did leave a message, you know what I mean? I did make a video about that early this morning, I believe, like around 1 o'clock in the morning. I did make a video about that. Patty did leave a message on his Twitter. He said, I said yes, my opponent said yes. See you at the top. A lot of people are assuming that he's alluding to fighting Michael Chandler. If he is alluding to fighting Michael Chandler, that's a great fight, guys. It really is. I already mentioned that's a great fight. I already mentioned that we might actually see Michael Chandler fall off the top 10 in 2025, and we actually might see Patty the Batty actually step into the top 10. So this is a great move for the UFC, and it's a great move for Patty the Batty. I mean, not really a great move for Michael Chandler, because if he loses this fight, we're close to the end of Michael Chandler's UFC career. I'm just telling you the honest truth. I mean, he's taking L's after L's. You know what I mean? The last time Michael Chandler actually beat someone was in 2022 when he fought Tony Ferguson, the dead body of Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson basically walked out of the graveyard and walked into the octagon to fight Michael Chandler. Dead body of Tony Ferguson. That was his last win. And since then, he's just been losing. I don't care if he's been losing against top-notch competition. He's still been losing. So if he fights against Patty the Batty, I mean, it puts him in a position to just get him out of the UFC. You know what I mean? Especially after all that cheating and all that bullshit. Hopefully he doesn't cheat against Patty, because if he does, I'm hoping Patty the Batty just eliminates him completely. You know what I mean? I could hear that Mortal Kombat voice towards the end when they say, finish him. And I hope Patty the Batty obliges, to be honest. I hope so. Ah, man. But yeah, guys, 2024 is a wind up, man. It's coming to an end, man. It's coming to an end. We got the UFC disrespecting Merab, the champion, totally disrespecting him, basically closing the doors on him, basically telling him you can't come into the facility because your opponent is actually in the facility. That's bullshit. I don't give a fuck if my opponent is in the facility or not in the facility. I'm the fucking UFC champion. I'm gonna walk through these fucking doors whether you like it or not. That's what I would have said if I was Merab. But obviously he doesn't want to shake the feathers because he's already in a bunch of turmoil, especially with the UFC. The UFC doesn't like Merab. That's the way it looks, at least. And it looks like I said, they want Umar Nurmagomedov to beat Merab and, basically close the door on Merab, which I hope they don't. I hope Merab goes in there and finishes him. 2K, even 600, I'm broke. Hey, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I am with you 100%, bro. I'm with you 100%. I'm not. I don't want to say I'm. I don't want to say I'm broke or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? I can pay the 600, but is it gonna be worth my time? You know what I mean? Is it going to? Is the experience gonna be worth? You know what I mean? My hard-earned money. Uh, that's basically what I ask myself when I see these numbers for these ticket prices. And I could tell you what, I was going to go to UFC Tampa to watch Kobe Covington versus Jaquan Buckley. I was this close to purchasing that ticket. That ticket was about, I think it was like just over I think it was like just over $350. I think it was like $375 for that ticket. I was gonna go to UFC Tampa to watch that, to watch that whole card go. But after long debate and consideration, I just told myself it isn't gonna be worth the money. I mean, the ticket was $400. We're not including parking, and I know for a fact parking is gonna cost close to $100. You know what I mean? So we're talking $500, and I haven't even walked through the door yet. All right, so $500 finally gets me through the door. We're not talking about paying for tolls, paying for gas. Uh, Already for tolls and gas and everything that I just mentioned, the parking, we're looking at so we're at you know 500. We're looking at close to $650, and I haven't even walked through the door yet. Now, when I walk through the door, we're talking about food and drinks. You're looking at another $300 for food and drinks in an arena like that because everything is sky. A fucking Heineken, one Heineken is gonna cost you like $22. You know what I mean? A fucking hot dog with potato chips is gonna cost you $35. You know what I mean? With 60 cents on the side. So everything is just super, super expensive. By the end of the night, I was looking at like 11 after doing the math. I was like $1,100 for a typical UFC event with Kobe Covington fighting Jaquan Buckley. I just couldn't get myself to really understand that amount of money just to go to an event like that. I just couldn't. So I ended up not going to the event. And I'm glad I didn't, just because I watched the event from beginning to end. And yeah, it was a great event, but it wasn't something to be to spend your money on, in my opinion. Do you think that prime Tony Ferguson will beat Islam Magomedov? Probably not. Probably not. You know what I mean? Islam is different. Islam is really, really good with his striking. So I could see Islam definitely hurting Tony on the feet. Uh, but I do see Tony Ferguson trying to prime Tony Ferguson. I do see Tony Ferguson trying to mix it up and most likely, trying to get some type of scramble and some type of submission within the scramble against Islam. But you got to remember, Islam is a great, great wrestler, great, great, just mixed martial arts fighter all around. So that would have been tough for Tony Ferguson to handle that type of pressure. That's for sure. Tony prefers eating punches for some reason. He just refuses to move his head. I mean, Tony Ferguson has never been like a great boxer. Tony Ferguson is a good mixed martial arts fighter. He was a great mixed martial arts fighter. He knew how to mix things up. You know what I mean? He knew how to make things a little bit dirty and make people feel uncomfortable, to the point where they'll actually quit on themselves, just because of the amount of pressure that Tony Ferguson would indulge in. You know what I mean? So man, Tony Ferguson in his prime was an animal. He was an animal, man. He really was. I was looking at Tony Ferguson's whole career yesterday, or should I say this morning, and the guy's record is crazy. I mean, he went from like 2009, or yeah, from like 2009 to 2019. Yeah, from 2009 to 2019, he only lost two fights. That's fucking crazy, bro. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. In 10 years, he only lost two fights in 10 years. That's a fucking crazy ass statistic, bro. That's nuts. You know what I mean? To go on a run like that, you gotta be special. And Tony Ferguson, he was special at his time. He definitely was. But guys, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, okay? Like and subscribe. I've been here for about 25 minutes, going on 25 minutes now. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, okay? When we hit the 30-minute mark, basically done talking about the main topic, which is Marab and Umar, which, going back to that, man, I just don't understand who makes the rules. You know what I mean? Like who made that call and said, "Hey, don't let Marab come into the facility because now Umar's here." Like, who makes that call? Who's in charge of that? Because whoever's in charge of that, they need to be reprimanded. In my opinion, they need to be reprimanded. Merab is the fucking champ. How is he not able to go into the UFC PI? That's fucking bullshit. All right. Justin gave him CTE and Chandler confirmed his downfall. That kick came out of nowhere. It definitely came out of nowhere. Michael Chandler himself was surprised. That was Michael Chandler's highlight of his UFC career was that front kick to Tony Ferguson's chin. And that's basically the only highlight we have of Michael Chandler in the UFC besides him cheating against Charles Oliveira over and over and over and over, within every round. He probably cheated 3 or 4 times within every round. It must be a cheating record, in my opinion, when it comes to Michael Chandler. No could knock Tony out cold. Chandler kick must have been otherworldly. Yeah, for sure, man. That is for sure. I mean, unfortunately, you wake up and all those injuries, all those all that trauma that you've been throughout the years, it starts catching up to you, and just you wake up one day and that's it, game over. You know what I mean? Game over. And unfortunately, that's what happened to Tony. You wake up and that's it, man. You're out of your prime. You're out of your prime. You're no longer there. And unfortunately, that's that. Chuck Liddell felt the same way as Tony. He definitely did. How you doing, Jimmy? How you doing, Jimmy from Walmart? How you doing? Hopefully you're having a good one. Bless you. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. All right, it takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, so you might as well give me that thumbs up, okay? And I just went shopping at Walmart, too. Just went shopping at Walmart. That's what's up. Thank you for the thumbs up. But yeah, man, these ticket prices are getting out of hand. I mean, they're not even getting out of hand. They are out of hand. They are out of hand right now. I remember back in the day when ticket prices was like at $100 to like sit like right there in front row. You know what I mean? Now we're talking, to sit front row like that, and to have that experience, we're talking like $800 to $1,100, $1,100. It's out of control right now, man. It literally is out of control. Let me see this guy. Umar Nurmagomedov. Let me see Umar's Nurmagomedov's record here. No offense to Umar. I mean, no disrespect to Umar. I really don't. He's a young fighter. He's 28 years old. He's really young. But his greatest achievement in the UFC is beating Sandhagen. Literally, that's his greatest achievement, is going to a decision against Sandhagen. Everybody else on here, I mean, where are they now, bro? Like, literally, everybody else who he's beaten, where are they? And then when I go look at Merab's resume, bro, his resume is fucking sick. Merab's resume is out of this fucking world. I mean, just look at it. Like, he beat Sean O'Malley. He beat Cejudo. He beat Jan. He beat Aldo. He beat Merab. Yo. He beat the who's who in that bantamweight division, bro. It's out of control. Like, Merab is arguably the most underrated champion in UFC history. But when you look at his fucking resume, it's unbelievable. Put some respect on this man's name. The thing I don't understand is that the UFC should not be the number one MMA organization. A company that doesn't rip anyone off should be number one, like one championship. I'm gonna go to bed now because time zone exists. I forgot my grammar is not good. Oh man, well, you have a good one, man. Rest up. You have a good one. Bless. Merry Christmas. Hopefully, you have a good one. You already know. You already know. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Like I always say, it takes minimal effort to give me that motherfucking thumbs up, so you might as well do it. And when you're talking, I do agree. I agree with what you're saying, but one FC, one championship, they're not, they're not much better either, man. You know what I mean? I've heard some, I've heard some nasty things to, when it comes to that organization as well. So uh, I think every organization is different. I think every organization is different, and they're gonna. I think every organization is different, but every organization and company is the same when it comes to handling business. They're gonna do everything they can to protect their bottom line, and that's just a fact. That's a fact. So when it comes to one championship, the UFC, they're gonna do what they can to protect that bottom line. So as a fan, we might look at it as as I guess you can say a ripoff. But as to them, they're like, we're handling business. This is what business, this is how business is handled. No organization is good. They all cut costs. They definitely call costs. They definitely do. You know what I mean? The product that we have today is definitely different from the product that we had, about 15 years ago. It definitely has changed um, on all the angles, to be honest. It's definitely changed. By the way, do you train martial arts? Yeah, I train martial arts. I don't train it as often as I should or want to. But yes, I train martial arts. I get together. Right now, I just hit mitts. I don't spar anymore. I used to spar all the time, but I don't spar anymore. The only time I do spar is when I get together with my friends and we do Brazilian jiu-jitsu. But that's not like normal trauma sparring, right? Because when you usually spar, you get some bumps and bruises and whatnot, maybe some nosebleeds, but not anymore. Now that I'm an older man, I'm not trying to spar anymore. I'm trying to protect myself. So, yeah, less head trauma, and more on technique. Yeah. So, yeah, sparring is just free brain damage, like striking. Yeah, man, it definitely is. It definitely is. Hence the reason why I stopped. There's a lot of guys that want to go to the gym and they want to be superheroes and shit like that, and they trying to knock your head off. You know what I mean? I had that happen to me more than a few times. So I'm not a young spring chicken anymore. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to go on there and knock anybody's heads off. I just like to go to the gym, get a good workout in. Maybe get some frustration out and whatnot. But I'm not looking to hurt anybody. Yeah, that's just what I do, bro. BJJ is better for sparring. It definitely is. BJJ is definitely better for sparring, but same situation. You know what I mean? Same situation. You got to know who you're sparring with. There's been so many occurrences that I've rolled with. Bigger men. Than me. I'm not the biggest guy in the world, so going against somebody who weighs about 230 pounds, and you're rolling around with them, that's an easy way to get injured, and I've gotten multiple injuries because of it. Now, if I was I can't even lie. I've rolled with people my size, and I've never been injured. Never ever been injured by rolling with people my size, right? But the moment I start rolling with somebody who's a way, way, way bigger than me, like way bigger than me, like around, the 220s, the 215s, that mark. That's when I can honestly say I've hurt myself multiple times. So yeah, I try to roll with people that I know, just because of that reason. I train my jab and front kick. They are the most practical in any situation except ground. Yeah, yeah, very much so, man. You know what I mean? Very much so. I think the best thing for a person to do if you want to learn self defense and you want to learn how to, basically defend yourself is defend yourself. Know how to defend yourself, and what I mean by that is I don't mean by learn how to defend yourself by beating somebody up. No, learn how to defend yourself by getting out of the way of a punch. If you can get out of the way of a punch, that's defending yourself. If you can block punches correctly, and what I mean, put your hands up and block, move your head right. You know what I mean, and block. You know what I mean, and you don't even most of the time you don't even need to throw a punch. Now I've been in a situation younger in my life where where was it, Buffalo Wild Wings. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings. A situation occurred, and I guess a little bit of drinks, went too far, and a situation occurred outside in the parking lot, and a guy started just mouthing off, and I can tell he was drunk. I can tell that if I was to hit that guy, I would have knocked him out, and he would have hit the concrete, and I would have hurt him badly. So in that situation, I just put my hands up. I can tell he wasn't gonna do any harm to me. I just can tell, just because he was that drunk. So I just put my hands up, and he threw punches for, like, I want to say, not even 10 seconds. Not even 10 seconds. He threw punches, and by the time he was done throwing punches, I put my hand down. I was like, "You good? You're done?" And he was exhausted. And I remember me just punching him one time on his chest, like just as a warning, just quick punched him in the chest, and I like pretended like I was gonna run in with a right hand, and I ducked my head in, and I went like that, and he knew right then. He just backed up, and it was like a warning, like I could have put you in your ass, but I decided not to. So yes, if you know how to defend yourself and just put your hands up and block punches and know how to move your head and get out of the way of some punches and whatnot, you know what I mean? Then you're gonna survive. You're gonna survive a street attack, that's for sure. You know? Your knuckles tell me you train good. Yeah, I train a lot. I train a lot. I sparred a lot. So when it comes to my knuckles, um, I broke my hand. My right hand, I broke my right hand. And now my thumb and my index finger and my middle finger, on my right hand, every time I make a fist, there's like my bones collide. They're like grinding against each other, so they make like this noise internally, like a click. I was supposed to get surgery for that, but unfortunately, I'm not gonna get surgery for that either. I don't like that. I want to learn MMA. I want to learn MMA. I can't. There ain't no MMA gyms in my country. No coaches. Maybe they have opened some, but there are different provinces. Oh, provinces. I have been conditioning my knuckles and practicing boxing since I was 9. Good bro. I do the same. That's crazy. That's what's up, man. If you've been training since you was 9, you know what I mean, and really preparing yourself, that's good, man. In my opinion, I don't think like if you wanna train mixed martial arts, I think that's awesome. I think training mixed martial arts is one of the best things a human being can do. You know what I mean? Now, if you're training to compete, that's something totally different. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to compete and stuff like that, and preparing yourself to compete, that's a whole nother animal. So just know what you want to get yourself into. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah, man. Training is always good. I don't have a bag. I don't have a bag, so I have been hitting the wall since I was 9. Uh, be careful. You know what I mean. Be careful with hitting that. You know what I mean. Be careful with hitting that. Um, just because I mean I don't know specifically what type of wall you're hitting or whatnot. Just be careful. You know what I mean. Be careful. Don't hurt yourself. You know what I mean. Don't hurt your hands. Um, to condition my shins, what I did to condition my shins, I grabbed basically a rounded, a circular pole, a wooden circular pole. You could buy it at Home Depot or wherever. And I dug a hole and I put my wooden stick there and I kicked, and I kicked until both my shins were conditioned to the point where, when I would go to the gym and I would kick someone or I would check a kick, I noticed the difference right away. Like, yeah, unfortunately, till this day, if I was to kick someone, I would definitely hurt them for sure. Giving me tips before going to kickboxing. Giving me tips before going into kickboxing. Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Do your thing. Have some good head movement. You know what I'm saying? Have some good head movement. You know, and protect yourself at all times. I do now, but I prefer the wall because I am used to it. That's what's up, man. I started doing it because I saw Tony hitting a pole. Tony was hitting a pole. Tony was crazy, man. Tony was a crazy madman. He was like, he was conditioning his elbows on a metal pole too. I remember seeing that. Yeah, there's just different things that you can do, to prepare yourself for combat. But yeah, I'm happy I never had to, really use it at all. Like I literally, it's crazy because I've trained martial arts, but I've never gotten a chance to actually use it, in a real situation, just because it's never occurred, and that's good. In my opinion, that's good. If I can walk away out of a situation without having to use my skills, that's a good day. You know what I mean? That's a really good day. I started doing it because okay, it's called Wolf's Law. Look it up. It grooves your bones and strengthens them. Yeah, it does. It does. It does strengthen them. And like I said, man, my shins to this day, my shins are totally conditioned. Like if I was to pick up my leg right now and show you the difference between this table, if you can hear this table, if you can hear that sound, that's a wooden table. And if I was to pick up my leg and do that, like knock on my shin, you would hear how my shin sounds, and you would be surprised. You would be like, "Holy shit, that's some conditioned bone right there." And it definitely is. I conditioned my shins to take massive impact for sure. Yeah, watching UFC makes taking a leg kick look easy, but once you train, even practice kicks don't feel great. It all depends, you know what I mean? It all depends of pain tolerance, you know what I mean? For me, when it comes to leg kicks, I could definitely handle it. You know what I mean? I've been in enough sparring sessions. I've been kicked. I've also check kicks. So for me, it doesn't feel like anything crazy. You know what I mean? It's something that I've experienced before. So yeah, it is what it is. I like fighting. I don't know why. I don't like any other sports in my country. Everybody plays cricket, and I don't like that at all. You must be in India, right? I mean, I'm not sure where you're at, but India is very, what is it? India has cricket and is very famous over there. I don't know where you're at specifically. Is one of my favorites fighters. No, I am from Pakistan. Oh, you're from Pakistan. Okay, yeah, over there in that side of the world, it seems as if cricket is like one of the most predominant sports over there. It's very interesting, very intriguing to know that. I want to go to Pakistan, man. I would love to go to Pakistan and experience that over there, man. I hear over there in Pakistan, you guys drink a lot of coffee. You guys drink coffee before you go to sleep. You guys drink coffee with your meals. You guys drink coffee every a lot. You know what I mean? And I want to experience that. I would love to go to Pakistan and just experience that the desert, the freedom in that desert. I watched recently a documentary of a guy going to Pakistan and experiencing that whole culture. And man, it just it don't get me wrong, in that side of the world, it's very different, but man, it just seems so peaceful being away from technology and just being in the desert. You sleeping in the desert with a fire, and underneath, Earth's beautiful stars and sky. It's just amazing to me. It was amazing to me to watch that documentary, and it left an everlasting impression in my mind of what that side of the world consists of. I just started kickboxing, so my legs are still soft like jelly. Yeah, that's gonna happen, Mars. That's gonna happen. Unfortunately, that's gonna happen. And the crazy thing when it comes to kickboxing, it's a little different from Muay Thai. And when the first thing when we trained, combat in Muay Thai, was conditioning. Like our coaches had us condition our shins, he had us condition our knees, he had us condition our elbows, just our pinpoints in our body that were gonna have massive impact. He had us just condition it. So when we did spar, uh, it was just second nature. I am drinking it now. Oh, you're drinking. Oh, okay. You're drinking the coffee. You're drinking coffee. What did I say? What did I say? Yeah, man. That's awesome. Like I said, I would love to experience that, man. I would love to go over there. I wonder how I would be treated. I wonder how how the people would treat me. Would they treat me with open arms? Would I know I wouldn't fit in, obviously, just because I'm not from that world, that side of the world. But I just wonder, if we could break bread. That would be very interesting. Cheers, cheers, man. Oh, that's the Parker. I want to go there. I hate tech too. I live in more civilized area of Pakistan. Live in a city. What documentary are you talking about? Let me go look it up right now. I'll tell you right now what it is. Just because I don't want to give you false information here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I watched it a couple of days ago. Uh, Let me see if I can find it. Um, Damn. All right, subscriptions. Here it is. Subscriptions. Sorry, I'm looking. What document? Yeah, I'm looking at. And that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I'm glad you lived in a civilized area, man. But like I said, you think what if I was to go to Pakistan, how can I have somebody, basically show me around Pakistan, show me around Pakistan safely? How can I have that happen? Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to look specifically for that documentary that I'm talking about, but hold on, guys. I have to look for the channel over here. Sorry, and I'm subscribed to a lot of channels on YouTube, so just hold on a second. Hold on. Darn, man. Now I can't even find it. Now I can't even find this documentary. Yeah, I can't find it, man. I can't find the documentary, Mars. I can't find. But when I do find it, I'll find. I'll let you know. I'm gonna continue looking here. I'm gonna continue looking here, but I just can't find the channel right now, just because of my. I'm subscribed to so many channels, and it was one of these channels that I'm subscribed to. I forget his name, but He makes phenomenal. You know what? Hold on. I just did. Hold on. I just. Hold on. I might be able to find it. Hold on. Ah, found it. Found him. I found him. Ah, that's the way I found him. That's what's up. His name is Mars. His name is Johnny Harris. His name is Johnny Harris. Um, he makes documentaries. He makes documentaries of different type of worldly events, and he's very, 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 very good at what he does. He's very, very good, and not only is he very good, but uh, he also travels to the location that he's specifically talking about. So it gives you an insight, even in detail insight to what his documentaries are talking about. Well, yeah, this documentary is called "Why Saudi Arabia is Building a 1 trillion city in the desert." That's basically what it's called, and this guy, his name is Johnny Harris. He goes to Saudi Arabia and he's basically trying to find out what is this why is this being built? I guess it's called the line, and Saudi Arabia is spending over $1 trillion building it. So he goes to Saudi Arabia, and while he's there, he's staying with I guess he's staying with a local who's basically showing him around, and this local actually shows him around and shows him his tribe and shows him his culture. And I just thought that whole process was intriguing, man. You got to watch that little documentary. It's 34 minutes long, but it's very intriguing, very entertaining, and he makes it fun, man. He really does. And like I said, in that documentary, you get to see their culture over there in Saudi Arabia, and it's very much different. It's very much different, and it just makes you think about life a little differently. I watched a new MMA web series with Jones and GSP in it, and it was okay. I watched a new MMA web series with Jones and GSP in it. It was okay. What series is this? Jones and GSP. What was this? Where was this? 'It's called The Cage. All right, hold on. The Cage. The Cage. Jones, GSP. Let me see this real fast. What is it? The Cage, Jones, GSP. Oh, this is what is this, a movie? Is this a movie? Cause it's called. Cause I see. It says The Cage official trailer on Netflix. Is that what you're talking about when you say this? The Cage. It's a web series. 5 episodes. Let me see this trailer real fast. I didn't even know this was happening, guys. I had no idea. Oh, this is oh, they're speaking in French. Yeah, he's speaking French. Is this movie in French? You know, when it comes to these movies, sorry, let me lower this down. When it comes to these movies, sometimes it just gets too corny to me. In my opinion, it kind of gets too corny to me. You know what I mean? When it comes to these fight movies, man, and I don't know. I don't know. I didn't even know how to feel about this. You know what I mean? Now that you're telling me about this, maybe I'll watch it. It's just so there's been so many mixed martial arts movies that were so trash. There's been so many mixed martial arts movie that was so fucking trash. The only mixed martial arts movie that I think actually to this day is most likely the best mixed martial arts movie to ever be made and to come out will have to be The Warrior. All right, The Warrior was fantastic. It was fantastic from the very beginning to the very end. So I don't know. I got to see this one. I got to see this one now. It was kind of corny, but I let it slide since it's the first MMA series. You see, I knew it. I knew it just watching this trailer that they were gonna have some corny ass moments and just corny ass shit on here, man. And yeah, I don't know about this. Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll watch it just to see, if it was actually, directed and produced the right way, just for those purposes. Just because I like watching, I like watching movies just for that aspect. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, movies today, they're just not made the same way, man. Movies are just not made the same way. We got movies today, that are super super great and intriguing, but they're not being, pushed in the forefront of I guess you can say of great production. You know what I mean? I recently watched a movie. I forget the name of the movie, but the whole movie was shot on an iPhone. The whole fucking movie was shot on an iPhone. The whole fucking movie was shot on an iPhone. And and throughout the movie, they like because this movie has like I guess is based in the 70s. I want to say it's based in the 70s going into the 80s. So like throughout this whole movie, they're using like at least it felt to me. It felt like they were using uh, like this old 70s filter that you will find like on Instagram or on Facebook or something like that. And it made the movie fucking phenomenal. It gave the movie even more just of a different look, a different aspect. It was just fucking totally different. And then it was so different that I actually went in to check, yo, what kind of cameras did they use to shoot this movie? What type of production team was this? And when I looked it up, the whole movie was shot on a fucking iPhone. And I'm like, this movie is phenomenal. This movie had no fucking CGI, green screen, any of that. It had nothing of that nature. It was the most realistic movie you can ever watch. It was basically about what was it? It was about a teacher, a disgruntled teacher, a student, and a mother that they all get locked. They all get stuck together, locked together for the holidays for Christmas. It was phenomenal. This movie was fucking crazy phenomenal. Every fucking actor in this movie was phenomenal. They were great. And until this day, that movie has left a lasting impression in me, and it showed me that you don't need a lot of equipment to make a great movie. What you need is to have a vision, and if you have a vision, and you implement um, execution, you'll be able to have a great product. I can tell you that much. There's Sorrow Gone, Jones GSP, Farah Sahabi. Oh, so they're in. I think Jones can beat Aspinall and Nagano. What do you think? Ah, when it comes to Aspinall, Tom Aspinall, I know John Jones can beat Aspinall. I know that for a fact. John Jones can beat Aspinall. Um, Now when it comes to Francis Ngannou, that's something totally different, in my opinion. I like John Jones. Don't get me wrong, but I think I think when it comes to Francis Ngannou, he's been he's been getting better, and it's hard to say that because he's old. He's older. And he's getting older throughout the years. But throughout the years, if you look at his fighting style, he first went in just as a reckless striker, and then slowly but surely he's been forming and forged himself into just this all-around mixed martial arts fighter where you have to fear his power. You have to fear his power. But not only do you have to fear his power, but now you have to fear his wrestling abilities because he understands now wrestling really, really well to the point where if if John Jones was to try to take down Francis Ngannou, that'll be a very, very hard task. Very, very hard task. Just because, I mean, if you look at John Jones, he had trouble taking down Dominic Reyes. And Dominic Reyes is not even close to the size of Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou basically makes Dominic Reyes look like a small kid. Like literally, Francis Ngannou is huge. And just for that simple fact, it'll be a tough fight for John Jones. It'll be tough, very tough. Cause we never seen Aspinall in a long fight. It wouldn't be a long fight if Tom Aspinall fought Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou would knock out Tom Aspinall. That's for sure. I guarantee it. And when it comes to John Jones and Tom Aspinall, I think it could go the distance. I think John Jones, can possibly go 5 rounds, unanimous decision, beating Tom Aspinall. I could see that. I think Aspinall has to work on his cardio. I think Tom Aspinall has to work on a lot of things. The guy has virtually had no head movement at all. Curtis Blaze was able to touch his chin, and that's Curtis Blaze, guys. Curtis Blades is ranked top 5 in the heavyweight division, guys. The heavyweight division is in shambles, guys. It literally is in shambles. Alexander Volkov dominated Reyes, and Volkov, Bro Lesnar could beat Jones. Brock Lesnar could beat Jones. I don't think Brock Lesnar could beat Jones. Brock Lesnar wasn't. He was just not as skilled in the stand up ability. Like Brock Lesnar never went into the octagon and knocked somebody clean out. That has never happened. Brock Lesnar doesn't. Don't get me wrong. He's a huge guy, but he doesn't know how to put combinations together. Very, very stiff. So when it comes to that, I think John Jones would have picked Brock Lesnar apart. He definitely would. He definitely would have. Just for the simple fact that John Jones understands distance. He would have broken Brock Lesnar's front knee with a front kick the very first second of that fight. And yeah, Brock Lesnar would have definitely not lasted, in my opinion, against John Jones. That's just my opinion. Ah, but yeah, guys, I've been on here for 64 minutes, guys. Another hour of hard work and dedication. Okay, there's nobody else on here doing this on Christmas Eve. There's nobody else on here. There's nobody else talking about mixed martial arts on Christmas Eve right now, guys. All right, so appreciate the guy who's actually on here, chatting and spitting some game on here because there's nobody else out here doing this, okay? So appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And like I always say, it takes minimal effort to give me that motherfucking thumbs up. So you might as well do it, guys. You might as well like, subscribe, and share, okay? Ngannou has to work on his cardio. I don't know, man. I mean, did you see his boxing fight against Tyson Fury? I mean, I don't think he has to work on his cardio if he, went multiple rounds with Tyson Fury, and then he walks into the mixed martial arts atmosphere, strikes with that guy, wrestles that guy to the ground, beats his face into the ground as well. Yeah, I think Francis Ngannou, he's improving within every fight. If Jones can beat Ciryl Gane, he could beat Ngannou. You got to remember when Francis Ngannou fought Ciryl Gane, he went in there and fought Ciryl Gane with a torn ACL, completely torn off the bone, and that's fact. And he went in there and he beat Ciryl Gane. He was able to strike with him, and he was able to out wrestle him and win the fight. So I don't know about that. I don't know about that statement right there. Those are two completely different fighters. Ciryl Gane is not a power puncher. Ngannou has the ability to put you out just by basically throwing a punch. The wind of the punch can knock you the fuck out, But I gotta watch this trailer, guys. Now that you got me on this, you guys got me on this, the Cage, this, this series. I gotta check out this series now and see how corny it is, because from my perspective, this actor, I don't know if he's worthy for this position. He doesn't look like he's worthy for this position. I just don't know, guys. I really don't. When it comes to MMA, mixed martial arts movies, they've all been terrible in all their, respective positions. However, the only one, like I said, the only one that was phenomenal was The Warrior. That movie was awesome. Literally awesome. Them haymakers would put anybody to sleep for sure. It definitely would. It definitely would. That's for damn sure. When I watched it the whole time, I was like, who the fuck is this skinny guy? Oh, you're talking about you're talking about this Netflix series, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at this Netflix series after you. I mean, it's not. I don't know if it's on Netflix, but it says Netflix on here on the trailer. But yeah, I'm looking at this thing and I'm just like, bro, this guy does not look like the part. This guy does not look like a mixed martial arts fighter. And I understand, you know what I mean? That's a little stereotypical of me to say, right? But I mean, I just look at him. The guy looks like he belongs on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like, I'm dead serious. He looks like he could have played the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that main character, Will Smith's character. He could have played that character because he looks just like him. He looks just like the character from He literally does. He looks like the Bel-Air. He looks like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He looks like the same character. He looks like that guy. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be watching this, guys, but I'll give it a try. Make him swallow his teeth. What? When I watch, I don't know what. He could be a waiter at a strip club though, but a fighter, that's a stretch. Yeah, I don't know about that. I just don't know about it. I don't even know. Can if they have scenes of him hitting a speed bag, can you tell me that? Because I mean, if he could hit a speed bag, then okay, I give him the benefit of the doubt. If he could hit a speed bag and hit it consistently and do that, that means he has some type of hand-eye coordination, which means he does have some type of hands on him. You know what I mean? But if he can't even do that, I'm sorry, I can't watch this shit. You know what I mean? I just can't, guys, okay? But I'll give it a try. Like I said, I'll give it a try. It just looks very corny to me. It looks like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is about to be a mixed martial artist. That's what it looks like to me, guys. Excuse me. But yeah, guys, I'm about to get out of here. Do you do you like Paul Harris? Who the hell is that? Paul Harris. Let me. Maybe I don't know who you're talking about. Are you talking about the guy? Oh, that guy. That guy. You talking about the guy who holds submissions for too long, who got cut by the UFC for holding submissions for too long? Specifically the knee bar. The guy likes holding submissions. And do I like him? Do you like him? Do I like him? I mean, I don't. I never really followed him, if that's what you're saying. So I never really followed him. I never really followed his career. I just know that he was good at submissions, and for some odd reason, he would just not let go of the submissions. So, you know, for that reason, I don't really respect him. You know what I mean? I don't really respect him. You know, because knee submissions are very, very serious. That can change a man's career, uh, literally in no time. Like literally in no time. I'm watching this right now. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm like I said, I've never really watched his whole career, and do I like him? I don't really care about him. Guy has great submissions, but he got banned from the UFC for holding submissions for too long. That's just crazy. That's nuts. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, I'm about to get out of here. All right, I'm about to get out of here. I'll probably do another live here. Most likely tonight. We shall see if I actually have some time to actually do so. But guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I appreciate you. Alhamdulillah. I appreciate you guys. You guys be good. You guys be safe. Have a great Christmas. Have a great holiday. Have a great New Year's. Be safe. Enjoy yourself, and be around good vibes. All right, y'all be good, be safe, like and subscribe, guys. Until next time, y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.